Are you struggling to get enough protein every day? That stops today. I'm going to give you 5 simple and effective strategies that you can implement right now to help you build muscle, lose fat, recover better from your workouts, and retain muscle mass whilst you're in a calorie deficit. These are the strategies that me and my clients use. Let's get into it. Now, some of these strategies might not be for you, and that's cool. Now, you might only take away one strategy from this, but that one strategy could be the game changer that transforms your results. Strategy number 1. Eat protein for breakfast. That sounds quite simple, but not many people are doing this. People typically go for toast, cereal, overnight oats, or porridge. Now, there's nothing wrong with those. In most cases, they can actually be quite healthy choices. But if you're struggling to hit your protein, you've just missed a massive window to give yourself a protein boost first thing in the morning. You can make overnight oats quite heavy in protein, so if you can do that, great. Some porridges come with a protein boost, but it's not that much more protein than a normal porridge. I personally always have eggs for breakfast. Eggs have good quality nutrients and they're easy to make. And there's so many ways you can make them that they never get boring. If you're trying to build muscle, have more eggs and keep the yolk. If you're trying to lose fat, don't have more than 3 eggs and remove the yolk. That way it's pure protein and less calories. And if you know you're going to have a busy day and you may not have too many more opportunities to have something to eat and get more protein, have a shake with it instead of coffee or tea. One shake plus 3 eggs can average up to around 50 grams of protein and 450 calories. This of course depends on which eggs you're using, what size, yolks included or removed, which protein powder, and what milk you have with it, or water. Those numbers are based off the eggs that I make for breakfast and the protein shake that I have with it. Moving on to number 2. If you like a snack, which you do, snack on cheese. Most cheeses are minimally processed and contain no preservatives. This obviously depends on what cheese you get and the brand that you use. For example, cottage cheese per 100 grams contains 12.9 grams of protein. If you add that to your protein shake or smoothie, that's a colossal amount of protein. Parmesan. If you like your pasta, there's 9.1 grams of protein per 100 grams. Obviously you're not putting 100 grams of Parmesan on your pasta, that's fucking nuts. But you get where I'm coming from. If you're a mozzarella fan like me, 7.4 grams of protein per 100 grams. Here's an example that I'm going to use from one of my clients. I'll keep his name anonymous, but he was fucking hooked on Doritos chili heat waves. He had one of the small 30-gram bags every single day with his lunch. It was a meal deal that he got from Tesco. Each snack-sized bag of Doritos chili heat waves crisps contains 149 calories, 18 grams of carbs, 7.4 grams of fat, and 1.8 grams of protein. That's pretty shit and not worth it. However, if you had 2 Babybel Lights, which said client is now having, they're 20 grams each, so it's 40 grams overall, already more grams than the packet of chili heatwave. We'd have 100 calories, so it's 49 less calories. 6 grams of fat, so it's down by 1.4, and 12 grams of protein with no carbs. So you get the point. By comparison, snacking on cheese compared to most of the processed sugary shit you get in shops, cheese wins all day long. Number 3, snack on almonds or include almonds in your snacks. Nuts tend to be higher in calories because they contain unsaturated fats. But almonds give you more protein than any other nut. And no guys, we're not including that nut, which probably contains more protein. If you want to do that, whatever floats your boat. Almonds are also high in magnesium and fiber, so they're good for your heart. Almonds contain 6 grams of protein per 28 gram serving. Now, that's a lot of almonds, but if you spread that out across the week and you add it to things like protein smoothies, overnight oats, salads, yogurts, it can make a big difference in you hitting your protein goal or missing it. Every time I make overnight oats or a yogurt or a smoothie, always include almond flakes. A 2021 study found that your body absorbs only about 78.5% of the energy in almonds. So although a serving contains around about 170 calories, your body might only absorb 133 of those calories. And that's because some of the fats, they're not digested. Number 4, eat Greek yogurt every day. I do this, I urge my clients to do this, I try and force the missus to do this, but she refuses. And I've also got my son hooked on this. A typical 100 gram serving of Greek yogurt contains 10 grams of protein. This obviously differs depending on the brand and whether you're getting the full fat or reduced fat version. Make sure you choose wisely based on your goals. And you can add Greek yogurt to your protein smoothie, you can add it to your overnight oats, or you can make a protein packed dessert by taking Greek yogurt, mixing it with a little bit of milk, a scoop of protein powder, chuck on some berries, and almond flakes. This is a dessert I make at least once a week. It tastes good and you can make a batch of it so that you have enough to do you for multiple days at a time. Are you not doing it? And finally, number 5. Now there's no way I can insult you with my hand here, so I'll do the 5-knuckle shuffle instead. This is not so much a strategy, it's more of a rule. Make sure you're getting at least 30 grams of protein in each of your meals. So that's 30 grams of protein for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Now you've guaranteed that you're going to hit at least 90 grams of protein for the day, which for most people is already above the average. I've been a coach for over 6 years, and I've worked with dozens of people in that time. And one of the first questions I ask anybody on any journey, how much protein do you get per day? And it turns out people average around about 50 to 60 grams per day, which is way less than you need, especially if you're building muscle or burning fat. Most people can get good results taking in about 100 grams of protein per day. So if you follow that rule, you've only got 10 grams to get. And if you follow the strategies I just gave you, you'll soar past that. And struggling to hit your protein goals, that's a thing of the past. Before you click off this video, I want to leave you with one more piece of advice. Increasing your protein intake is the same as progressively overloading your training. You wouldn't go from a 50 kilo squat to a 100 kilo squat overnight. You'd gradually add weight to get from A to B. Do the same with your protein intake. If you're taking in 50, 60, 70 grams of protein right now, trying to double that overnight is going to be a fucking struggle. And it's probably going to give you a poor relationship with food, which you don't want. So all you need to do is look at the next step ahead. How can I squeeze in 10 more grams per day? Do that for a week. That's the school bell across the road. And once you're used to that and it becomes your new norm, add another 10 grams. And repeat this process. Before you know it, you're giving your body adequate nutrients to recover, to build muscle, to maintain muscle mass in a deficit, and to perform better in your workouts, and to just live a healthier life and have a healthier body. That's the game, guys. Make sure you're following me across my social medias to see more content like this. And if you think I might be able to help you lose the dad bod and build a physique you can be proud of, click the link in the description below and let's chat.